Sitka, Alaska, August 2008. Several hundred people gathered to witness and record the memorial ceremony and totem pole raising for Michio Hoshino, a Japanese photographer known for his vivid photographs of the Alaskan wilderness. In August of 1996, Michio had died on an assignment in eastern Russia, mauled to death by a brown bear. He was 44 years old. This ceremony is part of the Native American culture, whose remnants still endure in many pockets of the Northwest Territory, which include British Columbia and Alaska. Geologically, the landforms that make up this area are very old. They are a continuation of the coastal mountain range which extends along the western edge of North America. In many places, the mountains rise directly from the sea, ascending from sea level to over 10,000 feet. Some of the mountains are batholiths, meaning rocks formed from magma which arose in the Mesozoic age, while others, like Mount Edgecumbe, are volcanoes. The area is an ocean and forest world. The sea penetrates deeply into the mainland at 100 points to create enormous inlets and fjords of spectacular dimension. It is a place of incredible beauty, yet seasonally eerie and dark, with steady rains falling for months on end. The memorial commences with members of the local clans in the community offering solemn words. In the book by Hilary Stewart, Looking at Totem Poles, she writes, "To haul on the ropes that raise a bright new pole, to witness, to feast, to hear speeches in a language still preserved, to receive gifts, to watch masked dancers while smoke from the central fire billows up and out through the smoke call, is to be a part of that pole's history. It is also a privilege." The raising of carved wood poles or columns is not a rare occurrence in human history. However, in its most spectacular form and in the intricate nature of its patterning, in the sheer monumental size, height, and girth of the logs used, and in the variety of forms they took, the Northwest Coast Indian tribes were the supreme masters and users of carved poles. Their forms, their surface design treatment, the complexity of their symbolism placed Northwest tradition in a class by itself. Here the totem poles achieved an artistic significance without parallel in human experience. Totem poles were one of the culture's crowning accomplishments. So then, what is a totem pole? This is the first known illustration of a Haida totem pole drawn by John Bartlett after a visit to the Queen Charlotte Islands in 1791. Totem poles are the sole creation of Northwest Coast Native Americans. They are large carved columns raised by a lineage or clan for the purpose of commemorating an event, historical or mythological, within an entirely social but not religious order. Carved totem poles have evolved along with the native people of the Northwest Territory. They have many of their original intentions, but have expanded to include Western sentiment. Historically, they were understood to be used as an instrument of clan designation to be seen from afar by boats at sea or travelers on land. This ceremony is unique in that it is a memorial to a non-Native American by Native Americans. Relatives of Hishio have traveled from Japan to witness the ceremony.
I'm Tikwaiti Brown Bear. I'm from the Ketchikan area. I want to welcome you here on this beautiful day to a pole raising, but I also want to recognize Miyoko, Michio's wife. She's here from Japan, but I also want to welcome my brothers and sisters from Japan. I moved them earlier so they could get a better view of what's going on, and I didn't mean any offense by that. I just wanted them to see the raising of the pole. Michio was given the name Kotz, and we're going to be doing that song sometime during this process. My mother was Estache Tatye. My father was Melton Jackson of Klukwan. I am one of 14 children in the Jackson family from Ketchikan, and I'm a brown bear. My Tlingit name is Klo-One, and I gave my name to Tomo in Japan. In that process, I gave him a bear he put on the back of his vest. That's how much I love my brother. Michio was like a brother to me. This is Michio's wife, Miyoko. She's come a long ways to see this raising of this beautiful memorial pole. There's a lot of history that Bob Sam's going to share the story later in this process. And I want to thank my Mekanis, Chuck Miller and Louise Brady. I want to thank my Raven brothers, Ray Wilson, and the Kitsati, my brother George Bennett, and the others that are here. But I also want to thank my Eagle brothers, Herman Kitka, Neil Slauson, and others that are here. But most of all, I want to thank you for coming here. And I want to thank Miyoko for coming to witness a raising of a memorial pole.
This is Japanese ceremony. Have you already done that then?
Thank you very much for everything, your support to raise this totem pole. This is a kind of the Michio's dream, I believe, because this is a tie among Japan and then the people of Alaska. And so today we raise a pole, but this is of course dedication to Michio, but also so anytime the Japanese come up to Sitka, they can see this totem pole and they carry the pass on Michio's dream to the next generation by generation. So today we'd like to offer for this totem pole from Japan. We have song. It is the traditional song for Japanese. Everyone know this song. And this is a song of thinking of hometown. So I think that this is a very appropriate for the Michio's pole. So we're going to sing the song.
Here on the land that our ancestors walked on. I want to welcome all the people that are here. It's really good to see everybody that's standing here on the beach and taking part in what's going to happen today. This is a history-making event, and it's one thing that it's going to be a big part of what Sitka's history is about. Right now, I'm just wanted to welcome the people from Japan and the audience that are here to the land that my
I wanted to make sure I acknowledged all of my in-laws and my father's and grandfather's people and all that are here on the Eagle side. I apologize. And also to all my in-laws of the Taklawedi, the Milchish, Hatiati. At this time, I would like to ask our other Nakani to come up here, Bob Sam.
We have a handprint of Hoshino Michio here, and we're going to place it into the hall. And another thing that we are going to do is we're going to put a stone next to it, a very, very
We need some more people up on the slope up here. もう少し向こうに人がいるから向こう行ってください。誰か出ないでる人欲しい。Pull.
These guys got to let go a little bit.
Easy up on this one.
Ease up on the front.
Up on the water.
Let go on the front.
Only in the back. Pull. Pull. You got it. Over here. Pull.
Don't pull on this line.
You gotta try to keep this. Let's pull. You say. Together now, gentlemen. Go. Easy over here, guys. Ho! Ho!
Watch that. It's flying. More from this side now. Straighten up this side.
Oh, Mary, Ray said she'd like to put the hat away.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit, so they must be adding.
They're gonna adjust it at the